Welcome to Red Dead 2, and thanks for joining us. Today, we're going to learn how to craft this legendary pronghorn coat. What you're going to need is three things. 35 bucks, a legendary pronghorn pelt, and of course, one perfect moose pelt. Let's first start off with where to find the perfect moose pelt. Now, as you can see on the map in the top left-hand corner of the screen, this is the best location I have found for finding a moose. Now, I found one in Valentine as well, but this spot seems to have the best of luck. Okay? But unfortunately, it's not always going to spawn. And when it does spawn, it's not always going to spawn 3 stars. In this example, we get lucky enough to find one with 3 stars. And of course, we have the Springfield rifle equipped so that we can preserve the quality of this moose pelt. We get a nice little shot there. So, while this is certainly my favorite spot for finding a perfect moose pelt, it can be challenging to get them to spawn sometime. So how exactly do you improve your odds of getting a perfect moose spawn? Well, as we go ahead and skin the thing with the triangle button, one way to do that, of course, is to save your game. And then, of course, if you don't find a perfect moose pelt, you can always load the same game that you just saved and see if you find it that way. Another way to try to get a perfect moose pelt is to simply set up camp nearby, get some sleep, come back. If that doesn't work, get more sleep, come back again. Of course, save your game. So, of course, if you're having bad luck, just, reload your game and head back to the spot and keep trying it. Maybe get a little sleep, and you eventually will get lucky and land that perfect 3-star moose pelt. Now, let's go ahead and shift our focus to where to find that legendary pronghorn hide. And our journey is going to take us south of Armadillo, but just north of the river at a high elevation right here. We've got a question mark in white on the compass. That's where you're going to need to be in order to find clue 1 of 3. That first clue is going to be the hardest clue. What we're going to do is go to the spot where the question mark is and hold down the triangle button to inspect. Now, of course, there is one big tip I have for you if you're not aware of this already, and that is you're going to need to track this thing and figure out which direction it goes. You could follow the footprints, but that takes a little while. So how do we get the screen to where we kind of freeze time and can see the tracks and see the scent and everything? Well, what we do is we use the tracking feature by pushing in both the L3 and R3 buttons at the same time. That's a cool little technique you can use to help find the other clues as we move forward to this clue right here. And again, we're going to hold down the triangle button once we get there, using the tracking feature again. Okay, we're there. Hold down the triangle button.
Well, you're not
here. We find some more tracks, and we are just going to follow these tracks until we find this thing. One question you may have is, what weapon can you use to find this, or get this pronghorn? And the answer is, whatever you want. All you pretty much need to do is take the thing down. Pelt quality does not matter. Here we are. We're getting to that third clue there. Going to hold down the triangle button in just a second there. Okay, we held it down. So, anyway, back to the other story. And that is, you can pretty much use whatever weapon you want. You're probably going to need more than one shot. In this case right here, we are going to be using the varmint rifle, if you haven't already noticed. And we're just going to have a little fun and see if we can get this thing down. It's just kind of a matter of tracking this thing as we move forward here. following the tracks. And there it is. We're going to activate Deadeye in just a minute here. Searching. Okay, we're getting close. There it is right there. There it is. Here we go. All right, we're going to get this thing. Time for some Deadeye. Activating Deadeye. Tag. And R2 to shoot. So, here we managed to get down the legendary animal using the varmint rifle. One caveat I would remind you of, and that is, while you can use almost any weapon you want, because you don't have to worry about the pelt quality, I did try dynamite arrows once, and unfortunately, that did not work out very well for me. I could not skin the thing, and of course, had to reload that game. So, just something to keep in mind. Now that we have this thing on our horse, we're going to want to take it to a trapper. And the good news is, if something happens to you, these pelt will be sent automatically to the trapper. So that's one of the good things about the legendary animals. Now, to help you out, of course, we've listed 5 different trapper locations. Which one you choose, of course, is up to you. But let's go ahead and go to a trapper. Now that we have all the ingredients and stuff, all we need to do, of course, is sell them to the trapper. I assume you know how to do that, so we're going to focus on the buy portion. What you're going to do is hold down L2, and then hold down the triangle button to buy. We are going to select garment sets with X. We are going to go down to the huntsman. It's item number 5. Hit X to select. And then, of course, we're going to the third item there, called the legendary pronghorn coat. All we need to do is hit X to craft, and now we have it. And of course you can hit the circle button to back out of there a bunch of times. And that does it. That is going to wrap this up. I am signing out. Thank you for watching, and good luck.